What's up, YouTubers? Probably should have started doing this before I put my socks on. I mean, after. Maybe like 3 seconds. I know, it's frustrating. It's like, why would somebody videotape if they weren't ready? I mean, if they waited, you'd be upset, you know what I mean? Because you didn't do it when you said you were going to. And then you're still upset because I wasn't ready and I should just probably be on time. But, being on time is just not my best thing. I mean, I have really great qualities and I wish that I had them all. You know, there's people that have it all. And I mean, honestly, no, they don't. Because those people that are on time and cool, all right, man, you got those people. And there's those people that you need to be a part of a team. You know what I mean? I wish I could meet. I mean, I guess it's an excuse, you know, for me, my weaknesses, you know, because I am my time. And I started going into interviews and I started being honest about it. Because if you go to a job interview, okay, that's what it's about. It's they're interviewing you for the position that they have available, whatever that might be, whether the person, I don't know why, maybe they got fired because of their time attendance and they lacked ethics in other parts of their job duties, right? So it's more than one reason. There always is sometimes. But lately, I mean, for my job, my time attendance, that's what it's been. For real. I don't even want to talk about the times. But a lot of it had to do with my hearing, you know, how I like to blame it on. And I shouldn't, but a lot of it has from that because there was times I didn't have my alarm. And recently, my parents gave me a computer, and I can put an alarm on that, and it's really loud, really loud. And I got this set up. I shit you not. I got it the weekend before the week I quit or got fired. But yeah, they gave it to me. I picked it up on Sunday, and me and my son set it up. I got it set up by Monday. For Waylon. Waylon loves it. But, so yeah, I got it set up. Oh, shit, how loud it is. I got it set up on Monday. So that was Monday. And then I didn't think that I could put an alarm on it. I set the alarm clock because I did not hear my alarm clock Tuesday. So it didn't go to work. And then, I want to be honest, I was not sick. Okay, I was not sick. I said that I had a fever or whatever. I wasn't feeling good. But I let him know before my start time. Once an hour before, and then the second time an hour and a half, 2 hours before. But really, it was because I was fucking embarrassed. I was depressed. I did not want to, I can't explain it, how I felt because of my hair. And it sucks. I got my hair nails now, and I'm it's a whole different, I'm having to adjust to them. It's different. But for somebody to have to deal with it, people don't understand. You know, it isn't, it just, I don't know. It sucks. But, anyways, yeah, I got that set up on Wednesday. I realized, I got it, but I didn't go back to work till Friday, and I was on time Friday because I woke up on time. So, I'm going to let y'all hear it real quick. My parents' password for their computer. They've had this computer since I lived at the old house. They sold it last year, but this was 8 years ago. My dad had this same computer, and the password's always been Griswold. And so Waylon called him because we didn't know the password, didn't think it'd be the same. And so Waylon called my dad and was like, "Papa," he was like, "What's the password to your account on the computer?" And my dad said, "It's a vacation." I was like, yeah. So funny. But yeah, we've always been called the Griswolds. We used to go camping all the time, and yeah, that's what we were. If you haven't seen the movie and you don't get my joke, I suggest that you watch it, okay? But yeah, so let's see how loud this shit is. Are you ready? Woo! I think I'm gonna take my hearing out. Because I feel like it's loud, but I probably should hear how loud it really is. So, hey, what are y'all doing? Ready? Ah! It's gonna be loud. Oh my god! Alright! so bad. Wow. Dang, my cheeks like, ow. Man, that is so crazy. That's how deaf I am. It sucks. See, I don't know if you can notice it. Like, I just took my hair out, and I feel that when I don't have them, I talk different. And so maybe y'all can give me your opinion if you think that it is. I mean, because I was working at this job, like I got hired on, and no, I did not tell him that I had a hearing problem. I had one at the time, and so I could still hear. I could hear, but not like normal people. And so I that's what I feel like makes it like there's a disability. And two, there's been times that I felt that I didn't get a position because my hearing, and when I don't have them, I feel like I don't have that right voice. Like it's very plain and not where it should be. That's how I feel. Now, when I have my hearing aids and I can hear myself talking, and two, I can hear to whoever I'm talking to, because that definitely that has a huge part. If you can't hear what somebody's saying, like with all this COVID crap, people have been wearing masks, and since I haven't had my hearing aids, I read lips very well. Like you can be 20 feet from me. If I have the right contacts, my contacts are good that day, but you can be really far away from me and say something, and I will tell you what you just said, just from reading your lips. Like, I kid you not. Vader, what are you doing? Vader, what are you doing, bro? Dang. He's always doing something, but, yeah, so I read lips, and so not having hearing aids and having to read lips that are covered, it's not easy. Like, it's not easy at all, but I'm not going to sit there at the time. I'm complaining. It sounds like I'm complaining now or making an excuse, but I didn't. That's just it. Yes, it is a problem. It is a huge issue. And like I'm not going to lie, my agent offered to pay for me, and said that, he would take it out of my check. And I'm like, yeah, that is awesome. Like, he did attempt to try and help me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and that was like, it was a really big deal to me for somebody to have like that much trust and like faith, and like, dang, man, that's what's up. Like, that is somebody to have on your team. That's why I started this video. It's all about being a team. I was like, dang, man, like, it really, like, it made me cry. I'm not gonna lie. For someone like the first time my brother helped me. And it was like, oh my gosh, it was such a blessing. But then once I posted it on Facebook, and like I asked for some feedback if there was any organizations that could help me for my, for my position and everything. And because like I could afford them. I'm not gonna lie, I could. But at the same time, it's not something that I feel that I should. People that can't work, they say there is people that can work, but they choose not to, whichever. If that's what their problem, that whatever problem it is that they had that they can't work. Let me put it that way, because I'm not trying to judge anyone. Any problem that they do that they have can't work. But like, all I need is my hearing aids, and I can work. Like, I'm perfectly fine. But without them, no, it is a freaking struggle. But guess what? I did not struggle. Yes, within the office with people and some situations, but that caused me late because of my hearing. Like. So frustrating. Oh my god. Like, there was one day that, like, why there's no other reason why I wouldn't have been at work. I kid you not. Like, my parents recently gave me a saxophone, right? And that weekend they gave me a saxophone. I was so excited. So I've been asking for the saxophone for like months. Months they've had it. And finally they're about to move. They moved out of town. They moved to Texarkana. And my dad finally gave it to me. You know what I mean? Like, and he didn't even, like, when he told me I could have it, I was like, what? I was so excited. And he didn't actually physically give it to me. Like, as me and my son were leaving, we already gave him hugs, we left, said bye. We're going to get my truck, and it's sitting right there in my center console. I was like, oh my gosh! Oh man, it was great. And two, Waylon, the very first time that my son played the saxophone, he blew it out of the water. Like, he played the right way, like, not puffing his cheeks out, like, you have to tighten your lips. And Alright, let me get light. I'll show you. Like when you're playing, you gotta go. Not like. But man, he was so great at it. So, I mean, it was a big deal. But, so the reason, I started talking about that, like I said, I went back to my job. So I'm just kind of looking at everything, enjoying it. It's nice. Peace and quiet. But, yeah, so that day that I didn't hear my alarm, I had an appointment with one of our clients. He'd called in to update his financial account. Like his bank card had expired, so it wasn't automatically withdrawing anymore. So he had called in for that. He called in to make a payment, and then I was going to call him back the next day to update it, Well, anyway, so when I sent him the receipt for that payment, on the phone, I was like confirming his email, and it was the music and then some numbers at yahoo.com. And so I brought up, I asked him if he was a musician or like if he liked music, and he said, yeah, that he played the saxophone. And usually, like he said he was playing a lot downtown, but because of the COVID, he wasn't playing. I was like, I was telling him, it's cool, and how I was on the drum line, like I like playing the drums and whatnot. And then recently, I went to my friend Cassie. She's in a band, Far From Reach, or went to a concert. It was actually, man, you know what? I think it might have been like that Monday after I went to that concert, right? And yes, I was all pumped up about music because like that night was awesome. Like if y'all have don't listen to a good cover band, it's called Far From Reach. Like her voice is like, whoa. Man, plus her drummer is badass. I mean, everybody in the band's badass. I'm just saying, like, because I'm a drummer and Cassie's. But the whole band is fucking badass. So, I don't know if they're on YouTube. They might be. I can find out and let y'all know in my next video. But, let's get back to my job. So, anyways, that day, I had an appointment with him. And then I also had a IFR with another lady. And an IFR is like pretty much like your world conversation, like because they have their homeowners with us, they have their vehicles, and then they had another line of insurance, but and they've been with State Farm for like 20 years, you know what I'm saying? So and the last time that their insurance wasn't updated, they wrote the policy back in say like 2000. And so the house value, everything is still at a certain amount. And so there's a time that you're going to need I'm stuttering like I'm because I'm frustrated. I'm sorry. I need to calm down. I was talking about it as if like I know that my agent's going to watch this, and I hate it because I know what I'm doing and like I'm good at it. And there's disadvantages. So let me calm down, and then I'll continue to talk. Hold on. Give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. So I don't want to smoke inside, so there we go. Okay. Alright. Get something to drink. We are just going to go. Man, this is what it's about, right? Follow me. I'll brush my hair. Hear my bathtub leaking? That's a whole nother video I'm going to do about my property manager and my landlord. Because there's been a lot of problems, you know what I'm saying? So that's a whole other video that I'll have to work out, but let me see. I mean, I think the reason is because I was there for him. Sorry, stuck on myself. Like, I feel that's, like, the best thing to do when I don't know what to think, you know, and it sucks. But, hey, what can you do about it? So, give me 1 second. So, another thing about my freaking house. My living room light does not work. Like, it is so frustrating. You know, like, there's just certain things about a place that if they're right, like, I won't complain. I'm not going to be one of those tenants that are like, oh this, oh that, oh this. No, like, for instance, my dishwasher broke. I mean, not my dishwasher. My garbage disposal broke, okay? And most people, because I worked at an apartment complex. You know, the ones off New Road, the really nice ones, the retreat and the residence, like, nice ass apartments. There was things that we did every 3 months, we had to change all the little events, and, like, I mean, that's why you pay more money for a certain place, but, like, there was people that would call for a garbage disposal. Like, I don't call them for that. Which I could. Like, I could definitely be like, put a maintenance thing. And they would have to come fix it. But guess what? I didn't. I know how to fix it. I fixed that. Okay? And then, what else? There's been parts wrong with the floor. I fixed it. And if you only knew what my yard looked like before versus now, like, it's crazy. There's so much that I've invested in this place that's, like, I even, like, repainted because it's nice, but it's old. Like, you see, like, the crack. That crack. I already fixed it once. But, and, like, the baseboards. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're starting to get cracks and stuff. And I've tried, like, I've repainted the baseboards twice. And, like, over the walls and stuff. And there's just, like, stuff happening. Like, I feel like it's, like, gonna fall apart. Because my son's room goes at a slant, you know? And there's just, I don't know. Really? I mean, I don't know if it's legal. They get away with it or not. But so much that's been going on. Yeah. So I'm gonna get back to my job. Had to get ready to go. Yeah. So they're like, I know I'm everywhere, so I don't know if you're following me. But back to the saxophone and all that. And how I was reacting because I started stuttering because I was, not that I'm nervous, but growing up and now, I mean, that's just how I am. I think that's why I'm a damn good umpire because I don't act out, well, like, when it's just me and myself, you know, I'm single and I'm with myself and I figure myself on how I react on things is much different. Like, I don't use my anger, like, I control myself, that's the word I'm looking for, I control myself, and so, when I get not nervous, or I start getting, I guess I'm gonna use the word angry, when I start getting angry, I start stuttering, and I kind of just, even if I'm not stuttering, I'm just not using the right words I should be doing, because my mind's not able to process things, and I guess would be a form of anxiety. Like, my mind just can't process. I start getting angry, and it just, I don't know. You know what I mean? It just doesn't go well. So, let me get back to what I was talking about with my job. Because it's bullshit, you know? Excuse my language, but it is bullshit. So, because, like I was saying, I had the guy with the saxophone was going to come by. He didn't have to. You know what I mean? He didn't have to come by the office. There was no reason for him to come by. Like, he could have signed the form through his email. But, dude, I think that's better customer service, despite the COVID. You know what I'm saying? We're going to wear masks because meeting in person and taking time to do that is a big deal. But, let's see. Turn this light on so you can see me. And so, he, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was going to come by and check it out. And I was like, what? That's, like, so freaking cool because they're, like, just to make sure, you know what I mean, and check out make sure there's no, like, major, if there's any problems, it sounded okay, but, too, just for him to come by, and then I was gonna get to see him play his saxophone in the office, like, you know what I mean, I was so excited, so fucking excited, and, yeah, so I missed that, and then, 2, I'm just gonna go, yeah, so I missed that, and then, like, when I started getting angry, it's because I started talking about the lady, and how this is I feel about myself, and that's not conceited, but this is how I feel, that I'm like, man, like, I really am it. Like, I know exactly how to do it. Because you have one person, you can have a secretary or, customer service, licensed, but they take incoming calls. I guess I'm going to call it a receptionist. You can have a receptionist, the person who takes incoming calls, and they do the basic, which is taking payments and whatnot. But you can have a customer service / sales like me. You know what I mean? Somebody's calling in. I'm going to take a payment, bam. And I freaking pivot. It's a life insurance. Or like, for instance, while they're taking a payment, like while we're sitting here talking, I'm looking over all their policies. Like, that is the first thing I'm doing. As soon as somebody calls in and I see there's no notes, like nobody's really talking to them, check all the notes. Like, that's the first thing I'm doing when somebody calls in. Looking over notes and, figuring them out. See what all my lights are on. All my lights in the house is on. So, that's what I'm doing. And I'm like, all right, get a good feel of them. Oh, you have a homeowners with us, how long they've been with us. And so, while I'm taking payment, that's when I pivot into, I didn't pivot anything. I just realized that they've been with State Farm since, they've been with us. I say us. They've been with us. Like, I still work for State Farm because I'm going to. Yes. And if I don't get on with Mike McKenzie, I will. There's got to be a State Farm agent that will hire me. I mean, like, it sucks. Like, it looks like I've been bad, but I really haven't. Like, I don't know. I just hope that I can find the right agent, like I was saying earlier, that will deal with what it is. But I'm hoping, now that I have my hand is, it won't be a problem. But at the same time, I'm not my time. I mean, and two, it is probably a habit I can fix. You know what I mean? I know it probably is. And it wasn't as bad when I have a significant other. And when I say significant other, it could be a boyfriend, you know what I mean? It could be somebody who lives with me and, like, we get married and we have the little sister that Waylon's been asking for years. It could be that person. That would be amazing. Like, that would be so great. I really